the book you write, he says, "They tried, darling boy. I'm afraid she didn't make it." These phrases remain in my mind like darts on a board, you say. Did you cry?
No. No, never shed a single tear at that point. I was in shock.
That is, of course, Harry, the Duke of Sussex, talking with Anderson Cooper on 60 Minutes about that moment where he was informed that his mother, Lady Diana Spencer, had
Been in a car
perished
crash.
in that French tunnel, and how he, when he surpassed the age that she was killed at
Right.
36, that he actually went to that tunnel and drove it
So
at
wanted
the
to
speed
see.
to see. Like, there's so much to this story that I'm really enthralled with, and there's an interesting sort of piece to some people not being.
Yeah, I mean, I find it interesting too, and I think I might have even ordered the book on Amazon. I can't even
I'll
remember.
borrow your book. I'm gonna
Right?
borrow your book.
But he is everywhere right now. I was fascinated by the Oprah interview with Harry and Meghan. I thought that was interesting because they were pulling back the curtain of what actually happens with the firm. Is that what they call the royal family?
Yeah.
But a lot of people are getting sick of Harry. They are saying this is the biggest blockbuster nonfiction memoir in history, blew Obama's right out of the water. But apparently 2/3 of the British public now hold an unfavorable view of Harry. They're saying like,
I'm
shut
not
up.
surprised by that. I watched the Colbert interview, and Stephen Colbert is an incredibly prepared interviewer.
smart.
Yeah, so great. And the conversation that they had between one another, I thought was so interesting, because one of the things that Harry had said was how so much of what he's written in the book, in the leaked pieces, was taken out of context and used as a headline by the British tabloid media. And then the way he put it, and I'm paraphrasing, but this is generally what he said, what I said in the book isn't dangerous. How the things that were taken out of context in the book were spun is dangerous.
Well-
and the important piece of this is that he gets to put his story down in its entirety. And if you don't like it, if you're sick of it, don't read the book.
I know. I mean, I think it's interesting from the point of view of they are now private citizens. They don't even get security paid for them.
Yeah,
They've
exactly.
stepped away from the royal
Yeah.
family. There have been all kinds of fractures with his father, his brother, his sister-in-law, what have you. Yeah, I mean, I'm interested, but I'm starting to lose a little bit of interest. So when I get my Amazon book in the mail,
I'll take it.
Spare, I'm still going to read it,
Yeah.
and then I'll give it to you.
But so, just one more thing to sort of punctuate this is, I believe that no matter who you are, what your story is, you should be able to tell. And
Yeah, that's true.
And if you don't like it, if somebody consuming that story doesn't enjoy your story, that's okay. He also spoke of having control of his narrative. This is his reality. And people want to be like, he said he got an Xbox for his birthday before Xboxes came out. Well, Xboxes were da-da-da-da. It's
Who
like,
cares?
it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Can we switch to another sort of entertainment subject that was making news? That was the Golden Globes, which are always kind of edgy and alcohol fueled and what
love
have you.
Ricky Gervais
But
back
oh
in the
my
day.
goodness, the F-bombs, a surprising one from Eddie Murphy.
Just do these 3 things. Pay your taxes. Mind your business. And keep Will Smith's wife's name.
Yeah. You know what? I was not offended, but I thought it was unnecessary and the joke seemed a little too far away. Jennifer Coolidge, on the other hand, God, I love her. She's so funny and so unassuming and just so, you know, unconsciously ditzy. And she said I won't say it, and she went, like, she realized she had said the F word.
And then she said the S word after saying the F word, because she realized that everybody's drunk. This is what's happening. Everybody's drunk.
Right.
And then I loved when she was talking about Michael White there, and just the emotion of this was great. But they were all very tipsy. Immediately, you and I were thinking, okay, we need to debrief on the F-bombs that are being dropped on a regular television program, because streaming services are different. So we thought it was actually Linda's idea to say, hey, we love Dana G. Dana G of the Province and Sun, the entertainment journalist. So we reached out and said, hey, Dana, what do you think about all this?
Well, I have to come clean. I am an enthusiastic user of expletives, so I had no problem with the F-bombs being dropped. In fact, I thought it would have been kind of fun if they were used more often. Like, imagine this. When Steven Spielberg got up to get his award for Best Director for The Fabelmans, and while he was telling the audience and the viewers at home that people around him had been hounding him for decades to make this movie, to tell this very personal story, that he then leaned into the camera and said, "Are you f***ing happy now?" That would have got a spit take out of me and would have made me happy. I think people were maybe a little bit shocked early on when they realized there was no bleeping on the broadcast, but there were warnings that might be some foul language. I think the bigger picture here is you have to take into consideration this is the Goldeng Globes. It's always much looser and much rowdier than the Oscars. Well, until that whole Will Smith thing, which Eddie Murphy brilliantly pointed out when he was accepting a Lifetime Achievement Award. But at the end of the day, it's the audience watching this. This is not an audience of grade threes. That demo is far too busy being corrupted by Drag Queen Story Hour to worry about these people they don't know who they are, thanking people they've never heard of. So at the end of the day, it's 2023. I think the F-bomb is fine, and I think it's even better, even more fine, if you can say that, when it's coming out of the mouth of someone as divine as Jennifer Coolidge.
Speaking of divine, Dana G, we got to get that brought in here.
Good. I thought you were going to high five me, and I was like, yeah, yay.
I won't leave you hanging in a steal.
But I agree with you, Dana, on the Jennifer Coolidge.
100%.
Yeah, we'll get her in. We'll do, maybe you're talking me into some Oscar stuff.
We're going to get Linda into movies if it kills me. Movies and puppies.
Okay.
We got more to come.
Stay tuned. Yeah, this will be interesting because next on Seal and Vance, we're coining a new phrase in 2023, outrage culture. Everyone's offended. A lot of people say free speech is under attack. What does free speech even mean anymore? How far should it be allowed to go? A BC Mountie's about to find out.